Hey, and we're back, and things are getting very active here at the Vault in downtown Blue Ridge. Starting to hear some noise in the background, coffee, lattes going on. But our next guest, I am BKP. You're watching FYNTV.com. As we said, you go out, we open the door here immediately. I can smell the smoke. You're going out this morning. The wildfires, you're concerned. Okay, and you're concerned, you see the smoke, the air quality. I am happy to have, we're going to take this time to do a special update on the wildfires. I have Jennifer Hinckley. Jennifer is with the U.S. Forest Service. She's all the way here from Tahoe National Forest, from the National Forest, and you're the planning section chief for the Southern Area Incident Management Team. Did I get that correct?
Yes, you did.
Thank you for being here, and let's just get straight to it. Can you just start giving us general information on containment, wildfires, air quality? Just start going through it all for us, Jennifer.
Okay, do you want me, I'll start with the Rough Ridge fire.
Absolutely.
So the Rough Ridge fire is around 20% contained. It's 10,336 acres currently. With it's grown overnight, and we did an infrared flight, which is a normal thing that happens with fires like this. And so it's probably grown another 2,000 acres since yesterday, but it's still within the Cohutta Wilderness, which is inside the Chattahoochee National Forest. And that's we have about 227 people that are working on the specific Rough Ridge fire. And so I don't know how far you want me to go. The winds this morning are coming out of the north and the northwest because of the front that's coming in. And so all the smoke that this fire and any of the other fires that are happening are all going to come blowing towards the south, towards us, and then on towards Atlanta.
Yeah, we did see yesterday, there was a lot of newscasts that said yesterday the smoke was so heavy it was even hazing downtown Atlanta. Yeah. We have in Blue Ridge here in Ellijay yesterday, we're going at 5:15. You can't see a quarter mile in front of you. Have people talking about, and this may not be your area, but people talking about having to use their
yeah, for asthma and such.
Right. So. Yeah. For air quality, what are some of those concerns for people, or what do you guys recommend for people to stay indoors, or?
Yes,
really?
Whatever it is that you normally do when smoky concerns, make sure your medicine's with you. Stay indoors in the air conditioning, someplace like the Vault where the air conditioning's running, keeping the air clean. That's the best thing you can do, and then wait for the winds to shift. The winds will shift as that cold front pulls through, and we'll get it'll rotate around. That's a normal rotation for the wind, and it'll push it back towards North Carolina or even Tennessee, and give us a reprieve.
How many actual fires do we have going in this general area right now?
In the North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Georgia area, we have somewhere around 60 wildfires happening currently.
Wow.
Which is a big deal because it's so dry. And then this is when we have the leaf fall time, and so those dry leaves are falling off the trees, they're landing on the ground, and there's no water to keep them moist. And so if there is some kind of fire activity, they're easily consumed and then adding to our smoke problem.
Okay, now containment, we talked about the one fire containment. I guess for citizens, what they get nervous about is, do we have any residential areas that we're concerned about, that we're evacuating? Are there areas we're evacuating, or areas that they've put out yet that people should leave, or anything like that?
No, we don't have any evacuation areas. The Jones Settlement, which is up near the Cohutta Wilderness, has been taken care of. We have people monitoring it all the time. There's a line around it, and so we feel comfortable with what's happening there. On the western side of the fire, all of the all the structures, all the homes, we've already mapped them out, and we've talked to the residents, but there's no concern yet for any kind of evacuation because the fire is slowly backing down the mountains. Excuse me, backing down the mountains and coming to us at the speed that we want it to come to us, and we'll take care of it when it shows up.
Ms. Hinckley, what are some of the methods you use to contain the fire? How are you fighting the fire? What are you guys doing?
Okay, so we have crews out on the ground. They're using blowers to keep the leaves off of the lines that we've predetermined should be in existence, normally roads, some of the trails. We have the rivers. And the fire is not crossing all of the rivers. The Cohutta River is it still has a lot of water in it, so we can hold on there. And then we have some engines, And we have helicopters, which we've been using to move water around to cool down the lines as the fires come towards the lines where the firefighters are. And we've got the dozers.
Now, in California, it's not unusual for us out east here to see wildfires in California, and I don't want to say you're used to it, but being at the Tahoe National Forest, put this in perspective of a western wildfire and the level of what you're used to seeing.
In the West, we have too many trees. So there's a lot. What happens a lot is the fires.
She didn't say that, folks. No, just joking.
No, we haven't managed the forest as well as we should, and we're working on that. But what happens is the fires end up hitting the trees and then using ladder fuels to go up into the trees, and that's why you see the whole trees being consumed.
Okay.
That happens a lot all along the West. Here in the South, since the leaves are falling to the ground, the fire's staying mostly on the ground. And so we don't need to worry about a lot of...
Not lighting from top to top,
no,
as you would see in the West.
Yeah, no, that's not happening to us. Now, it does happen to some of the pines and some of the hemlocks, but that just depends on where it is. Some of the hemlocks have been attacked by an insect, and some of the rhododendron is in a really significant wilt from the drought, and so that will consume, but those should be all right, and they should come, you should get some seed fall from that and come back later.
What are some of the local agencies, or how are you working with local fire departments, local EMA, those kind of things? How do you guys coordinate with them, and what part are they playing in this?
Okay, so we have, I know we have 4 incident management teams deployed across the South. I believe we might be up to 6 soon. We have the 3 regional incident management teams, which are multi-agency incident management teams for the South, and then we brought in a Rocky Mountain incident management team and a Southern California incident management team to help us with the fires that are going on. And when you bring in a team like what I'm on, you have an incident commander, you have all this staff to help get all this information out, safety, public information, what I'm doing now. And we go out and we talk to all of the neighbors, all of the cooperators, and make sure that we're getting the input and giving them information that we need to work together and take care of everything that needs to be taken care of, because there's special things everywhere, cultural, like the Jones settlement, that area. It's very important to know what needs to be done around there from a local view. And so for people like me who come in on a national level, we immediately go out and get help and get information and work together. We've worked with Chief Larry Thomas.
Yes.
And we spoke with Sheriff Dane Kirby. And so we've got a lot of information coming in. A lot of other people have come to help us.
Okay, what direction is this growing into? And we're in the Gilmer County, Union County, Cherokee County, North Carolina, kind of like circle here in Fannin County. What direction is this growing in? And put it all together, containment, how contained is it? How fast is it growing? And what do you think is the timeline of getting this contained completely and out or whatever? So, I mean, I hate to put you on the spot like that.
Yeah, you are. You're putting me on the spot.
Well, no, these are the kind of things
This is a natural world.
But no, these are kind of things that people, right, no, I'm with you, okay? I didn't mean, but these are kind of things that people thinking at home, how fast is this growing?
Oh, okay.
You know
It's
what I
growing
mean?
to the west.
Right.
So if you get on to InciWeb, which is the incident, I can leave that for you, maybe what the website is for that. And we post to it maps
Right.
about it. What you'll see is growth to the west. So we are contained, I feel like I need a map. We've contained the east side of this fire.
Okay.
We're monitoring the whole east side of the fire, and the fire is continuing to move up and down the mountains to the west. We have already chosen areas of containment along the west. It's going to come a little bit out of the wilderness to the roads that we already have, that a lot of people already drive or they hike when they go out into the wilderness. And we're going to go and hold them on that line up there. Based on the models that I've seen a progression of up to 5 more days of movement of the fire to our lines. And then what happens is it has to burn internally on its own in places, and it'll continue to put up smoke, and that's just natural. And it's clearing off all the old debris of the old leaves, and the soil will be available for the seed fall that's already happening or will happen later, and the sun will come down and kind of wake up the seeds that are in the seed bank. A lot of soils all have seeds sitting there waiting to be woken
Right.
up by the sun.
Well, so then if somebody is concerned and it's extra heavy smoke at their house this morning, that does not generally mean the fire is moving your way. That's the shift of the wind.
Yes, that's a shift of the wind.
Because I have had a lot of people really concerned. I see pictures on Facebook and they'll say, oh my God, I hope it's not getting too close. That's the shift of the wind.
Yeah. So what happens with smoke, this is all about weather. So in the morning, we have an inversion, and the inversion is a layer of air that is heavier and colder, and it pushes down on the air that we're in, and so it sits down on top of us, and so the smoke can't go up and out away from us, so it kind of moves under the inversion, and it acts like a river does. It goes to the lowest areas, and it even follows water. So if you have a river, you'll actually see smoke following the water down. It's in the fluid mechanics for those that are into engineering and physics. It does the same type of thing. So we have that. So as the world heats up, when the sun's coming up, like the inversion starts to lift, the smoke starts to lift and gets out of our way. So depending on what direction the wind is pushing the smoke, and when we're having this inversion, which comes in every night, at some level every night, we get the smoke pushed down, and it goes over here to Blairsville, smoke pushed down, it goes over to Ellijay, smoke pushed down, it goes up to Oconee. It just depends on wind, and it depends on the level of the inversion, and then the lift later on in the daytime.
So let me get this right. You've built containment lines.
Yes.
That's one the containment lines. It is going to burn to the containment lines.
Yes.
The goal is to stop it at the containment lines. Hopefully,
Yes,
right?
that is what we are doing.
Okay. And so the containment lines are built. You guys are working at heavy smoke is a shift in the wind. So we will here at FetcherNews.com, FYN-TV, give us the best place to get other information, websites to go to.
There's a website called NCWeb.
NCWeb.
INIC Web. And
right.
it has all the incidents that are happening in the United States, and you look up the Rough Ridge Fire or any of the fires that are around here. There's a Maple Springs, there's the rest of them that are up in North Carolina, and you'll be able to see a map, and you'll see the most current information about it in that website. I can leave that with you.
Please do. And also on you can find the EMA. Most of your counties, I know Gilmer County Chief Tony Pritchett and Larry Thomas here in Gilmer, they have great Facebook pages that they're posting information to keep you up on. One last thing before you go, and we want to thank you so much. We're here with Miss Jennifer Hinckley, U.S. Fire Service from the Tahoe National Forest. One more thing, burn bans. Just as a public service announcement, let's share with our viewers how serious it is to listen to all the burn bans out there and what exactly it means you can't do.
Okay, there's no campfires, no fires, no debris burning. We're not burning. That's basically what it says. Don't put a fire outside. If you have to grill something, use your grill that you would normally use at home for your hot dogs, hamburgers on Veterans Day. But otherwise, don't do anything that would cause any kind of opportunity for fire to get away from you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anything else that we left out that we need to share?
I wanted to let you know that we're bringing in tons of crews from the West because we are burdened here in the entire South. And so the nation is helping us. It
so
isn't just...
we have people coming from
Yes.
the West now.
We've been flying them in.
Flying them in.
And for all of the fires in the whole area, in the whole Southeast.
How's that for coming together, folks? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I tell you what, when I get up in the morning, I tell you what, it's just a blessing to live in the United States of America. I just don't know who I'm going to get to meet, and I'm sorry for the circumstances, but it's been a joy to be here with Jennifer Hinckley, the Tahoe National Forest. I didn't think I'd ever do that, but that's great.
It's from the Tahoe, yeah.
Yeah, from the Tahoe National Forest. And that is our update on the wildfires. First, folks, air quality. I know you're concerned if you have asthma, if you have breathing issues whatsoever, it may be best you stay indoors, stay out of the smoke. It is moving, but as you have heard the report this morning, the smoke movement, it does not mean the fire is next to your house. So if you have heavy smoke this morning at your house, it does not mean the fire is at your house. Don't worry, that information would be out there immediately. The winds is moving the smoke around. So here's the prayer request. Pray for rain. We'll be back right after these brief messages, and we'll have the owners of the Vault in here to tell you about this great place in downtown Blue Ridge. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we know you got a lot of hard work against you. Again, Jennifer Hinckley of the U.S. Forest Service. Take us a break, Cole.